Welcome back to the channel and to the new Park Who Dis contest. Each and every submission gets its own spotlight, and today we are looking at Gear World by another annoying vegan. Today I'm joined by MIKEOFPAIN. Mike is known across the Planet Coaster community as GodMod, and for good reason. As moderator for over 15 communities, he's both loved and feared in equal measure. Hello Mike.
Hello Moomin.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm looking forward to this showcase.
I know, excited for this is the first ever spotlight. How exciting.
The first one.
No pressure on us at all whatsoever. Now I have to just clarify, another annoying vegan is their name. That's just not me giving my own descriptor to this individual. And another annoying vegan says, 75 years later and a mismanaged budget has led to the opening of Gear World. And that's it. That's the park description. So what we're going to do first is take a look at the piece count, which is 25,235. It's pretty much exactly half of the 50k limit. So very respectable.
Yep, that's what we like to see.
This is Park Variation Bravo, which means we've got a Cascade, we have the spinning coaster, we have the 360 power, and we have the Zozo giving us the steampunk theme, which I have to say is probably the most difficult theme. I don't know about you, Mike, but it was probably the one that I wouldn't want to end up with.
Yeah, I wouldn't want this one at all.
So hats off to anyone who managed to pull this off. So the final few checks, we've got at least one coaster. We have a dark ride in a new position over this side of the park. And the Swan is still down here, our listed building, of course. Sorry, just before, I was just about to jump down into Tegid Cam, but I just got distracted by this roundabout. That's fantastic. It's like a little gear decal painted onto the road. That's a really clever touch. Yeah, I love that. And here we are down on the ground outside Gear World, which is a fantastic name for this park. And we have indeed got a massive gear going all the way through this entrance, which is a really nice adaptation of the original. Like, it's kind of chopped off half of it. It's weird, I don't know, but I like it. Open again after 75 years next year, and due to budget, park lighting. There we go. That's something to look forward to.
Is there a hydro beam just sticking out the end of the building?
It's a motif, Mike. You see, it's a
motif. Yes.
Yes.
It was on purpose.
Absolutely.
It's like a gutter.
Or just an appreciation to hydro, maybe.
And who doesn't love hydro?
Exactly. Something else I've noticed immediately here is we've got tram tracks, giving a kind of a Disneyland vibe.
I was going to say Sheffield, but Sheffield is not an amusement park.
Disneyland, Sheffield, same thing. And here we are in the park, and what a fantastic ride to have as you walk in. Like, it's such a spectacle. The Wild Blue, I think it's called. Especially with the Flight of the Valkyries playing at the same time.
Yes, it sort of immediately sets the scene.
It does.
It sort of gets you going.
Yeah. Plus all of this fantastic steampunk piping, boilers.
And that's really what you think of when you think steampunk. You think it's got to have gear, it's got to have random pipes and machinery.
Yeah. They don't have to do anything, but they have to be there.
They have to be there, yeah.
We've got a stage, which is very cool. I've not seen many of these so far. I love these Marshall amps. Those are nice. And I am seeing some fireworks. There we go.
Fireworks.
I spotted them up there and I knew something was going to happen. Oh, and we've even got a little tech booth over here.
Little tech booth.
Yeah, that's nice.
Best place, I think.
Absolutely.
Days.
I mean, it's quite well known now that I spent about 10 years working in the theatre industry, so this is very much my home.
What's that little behind the works there? Let's just go behind that fence. Sorry, next to the stage on the right there.
Oh, just here.
See a little bit of behind the scenes.
Oh,
a secondary sound desk.
That's nice.
I like that little touch.
Yeah, I didn't know these things existed in TMTK, but that's cool. We've got a van round the back. There's obviously this here, but I'm going to be controversial and I'm going to slip round the side here because I'm seeing this wonderful ride sign and a drop tower over in the corner.
Yeah, I love the sign.
Yeah, that's really good. I don't think I've seen anyone put a ride here so far. It's a unique place to put one, but it
fits really well.
Yeah.
Doesn't look out of place at all.
No. We'll have another peek backstage, Mike, because I know you like to.
A little bit of backstage.
So we've got, so I've done some rearranging of my existing water treatment facility. And then the backs of this show building, which I'm excited to find out more about. So let's head back around the front.
Let's head back in, yep.
And here we have Splashworks. So let's head up the queue.
Good steampunky name.
Yes, combines the water and the steampunk very well. You mentioned that park lighting is coming soon, but I mean, we've got some already, so they're obviously getting ahead with with the park lighting.
They're ahead of schedule.
They are.
Clearly opening the park has brought in some well-needed money.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, here we are. And what do we have here? We have our Cascade. Very exciting. Without further ado, let's hop on.
I hope you've got your poncho with you.
I do. I thought that was really good. I particularly liked the balance between like the first section that was mainly interior, then you get the bit of like kind of low level exploration, and then you go up the lift hill and then you get the full kind of coaster experience over here. I thought it was a really nice balance between the two. I loved all the industrial vibe.
It gives you sort of like warehouse sort of buildings where stuff is being made.
Yeah, it does give it like a factory industrial vibe.
I think it's also got some really good sight lines as well of the rest of the park, especially
yes,
your flying flat ride there.
Yep.
It looks very dramatic in the distance.
It does on the skyline. Moving on, we've got the former Big Bite food court here, and I'm already seeing they've opened this up completely, which is really interesting. I love this. Just kind of like I don't know what you'd call this.
Open plan.
It's very open plan. They've literally knocked the wall through, but it gives it a much better aesthetic. You get a proper nice view over the park and these lovely benches here.
All I'll say is that is one large RSJ in that building to have such a large expanse.
There's the engineer inside you is is trying to get out, Mike.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it going, that's a couple of £1,000 worth of rolled steel joint.
Yeah, brilliant adaptation of the original food court. And again here, there were 2 small windows here before. This has now been opened up completely, really opening up this view here, which looks fantastic. Got ourselves a Venetian carousel, of course. What park is complete without one? Which brings us round to our 360 power. More of the same aesthetic we saw over at the Cascade, which ties everything together nicely.
I like the sort of colour scheme they've gone with. You can see that some of the planks are coloured in, matching the ride.
Fantastic work. And just behind us, we've got a gigantic big wheel with this coaster track coming straight across. That's a really nice vista.
Very nice interaction between the 2 rides.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, a nice shot of the Cascade here as well. And what do we have here? Lil Gremlin Family Coaster. This sign looks fantastic.
I'm glad you were reading that and not me.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a struggle, I'll be honest.
I was thinking, Remel? What's Remel?
We've also got a wheelchair accessible path, which is a brilliant touch, always for that realism and accessibility.
We love to see that accessibility and inclusion in our parks.
100%.
I love how this queue is sort of all wiggle-waggly.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if that's a word, but I'm going with it. Like a snake.
Yes, like a snake, Mike. It feels kind of like playful, which makes sense for a kiddie coaster. It's
Indeed, yeah.
very appropriate. But here we are in the station, so let's hop on.
I thought it was very good. Nice and short, because for kiddie coasters you don't want them to be too long. And I thought it gave a good balance between sort of nice and gentle bits with sort of leaning into sort of more advanced coaster moves.
I think you're absolutely right. It mimicked the queue, actually, and it's like these tight curls and really going with that snaking vibe. Or what was your fantastic term, Mike?
Wiggly... I can't remember.
It's supposed to be a new definition for a coaster, Mike.
A new word,
You've already forgotten it.
Wiggly waggly?
Wiggly waggly, yeah, I think.
Wiggly waggly.
This is a very wiggly waggly coaster.
It's very wiggly waggly movement.
And I also love the interaction with the Cascade as well, seeing the Cascade boat coming around at the same time.
Might get dripped on.
You might. Bit of stagnant water to the face, never hurt anyone.
No.
Coming around here, got a little ice cream stall. Would you like an ice cream, Mike?
I would love an ice cream.
Fantastic.
What's your favourite ice cream flavour?
I'm a big fan of pistachio. Bit pretentious, I know.
Going with the pretentious, I like dolce de leche.
Oh my goodness. And I thought I was being ridiculous.
Oh. I like a little bit of realism, the protection from the coaster going above.
Yeah, well needed.
Because you don't want to ruin your day by getting an iPhone to the face.
Yeah, oh, iPhone in your ice cream, in fact.
Or ice cream in your... yeah, unless you've got to keep the iPhone.
Yes,
what the
that's
rules
true.
are.
No, I mean, if it lands on you, I assume it's yours.
Yeah.
Which brings us round to Dr. Speed's Joyride machine. And what a sign this is. And look at this adorable little thing.
I really like that. The whole try before you get in the queue sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Another wheelchair accessible queue. But let's head down this one here. Brilliant sightline of the coaster there. There we go.
Well,
Just
just
in
past
time.
as well.
That's fantastic.
That's what you want from a launch style coaster.
Yeah.
You want to be able to see the speed.
Yeah, what you're about to be in for. Ooh, this is cool.
Very cool. This is good.
Yeah.
In some of my employments, I've been able to go to sort of back area of boiler areas,
Okay.
and this is very much reminiscent of that sort of stuff.
Yeah. So accurate.
Often, yeah, accurate. Yeah, you often have pipes, and I didn't know what the pipes were for, but it's kind of like, oh, that's a nice pipe.
That is a nice pipe.
Yeah, another great view there. Clearly, they're expecting this to be the most popular attraction in the park.
It would seem so, and rightfully so by the looks of things. It looks like it's going to be a fantastic coaster. And here we are in the station. So if you're ready, Mike, let's hop on.
Oh, I'm ready.
Dr. Speed's Joyride machine. Well, I thought that was great fun. I think the length of it for the footprint was fantastic. Especially loved this little loop around the Ferris wheel. I love this launch sequence, firing up the gears just before you go.
Yeah, I really liked it. What I find with lots of launch coasters is they focus on speed and height, and they lack classic roller coaster features. But this ride has them. You've got your speed at the start, but then, you know, you've got your loops, you've got your inverts, but there's loads of little features that you can enjoy as a roller coaster. It's not just about, oh, it's going to go really, really fast. You know, you got the speed at the beginning, and then you actually have a really nice roller coaster experience.
Yeah, completely agree. Over here we've got Warehouse 16. Whether that's the name or not, I'm not sure, but that's, what's that called? Swift Drifters or something?
Something like that, yeah. There we go.
Yeah, Swift Drifters. The Whip. What a fine whip it is.
They've yet again used really big openings for the windows, which means you can see straight through into it.
And this this ride fits the steampunk theme perfectly because it's all about the exposed components of it, and it's all very metallic and old school. So yeah, blends in perfectly. Wowee! Look at this. Nope, I'm going to guess it's Welsh, and in which case, ignore. But aside from the word itself, look at this as a feature.
Really, really nice. It's got that same gear pattern that we saw in the car park.
Yeah.
So it's mirroring that. I love that.
Right, let's have a look. What does this mean? It means rotate, which makes perfect sense because it's a spinning coaster.
Yeah. Does it have a pronunciation guide?
Oh, let's see, shall we?
Luchtdraai.
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 Luchtdraai. I don't know.
That's the right.
Something like that.
We'll give that one a miss.
Yeah, we'll breeze past that. Another lovely windy queue. Plenty of safety netting everywhere. That's what we like to see.
I really like these arches.
Yeah.
Like a traveller's wagon.
Yes, yeah. Very true.
Brought into the future. Drawn by a mechanical horse.
I love this image you're painting. And up the stairs into the station. More of these wonderful arches. Into this diddy little station. How adorable. But here we are. So let's hop on. Well, I thought that was great fun, and I have to say, this is, I think this is the 12th spotlight I've recorded, and this is absolutely the best controlled spin on a spinning coaster I've seen so far. Because it is so hard to do without, it's so easy for it to just go absolutely nuts and you feel nauseous, whereas this, the spin felt slow, controlled. You got a great view of the cog as you came around here, certainly from the seat we were in. Yeah, it just felt really well controlled and well paced, and a good length again.
Yeah, I don't know about you, Moomin, but I felt like a well-oiled cog in a working machine on that coaster. I thought it was very smooth.
Yeah, a great way of describing it.
Well, the Iron Swan, very clever. You know, a good throwback to my iron-drawn horses earlier on.
Yes, yeah.
You know, a steampunky world. It's not going to have real swans swimming around. It's got to have a mechanical one, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. We've got Destructomatic here in the corner. Some dodgems.
When you want to let out some pent-up rage
Yes.
towards the rest of your family members.
Great way to let off some steam. See what I did there? Steamboat.
Oh yeah, very clever movement.
Okay, across the bridge will bring us to our Zozo. Ooh, look at this facade.
That's very nice. I like the colours. Red and blue always go nicely together.
Yeah, and the Zozo again, I mean, obviously, they had no choice in the matter because the theme came with the right choices, but the Zozo is perfect for the steampunk theme.
Yeah, I love the clock that's behind it. It sort of mimics a clock, the Zozo.
Yes, yeah, it does. Oh, I like how it skims the top of the roof.
Ooh.
That's
Like
very
a
nice.
near miss, that's very nice.
Yeah,
And you get a nice interaction with the spinning coaster as it goes past.
yeah. Just wondering which coaster that was, but yeah, it's the spinning coaster. It comes under the building and then over the heads. Lovely interaction. That's a nice window. I assume that's using the gemstones.
Yeah, what is this a hue for?
Where are we going? I'm going round in circles. Help me, I'm lost.
Is this the dark ride?
Ooh, this is the dark ride. How exciting.
Ooh. Should we go find its name?
We should probably do that. Where would I be without you, Mike? Steampunk time travel adventure. Well, I can't wait.
I can't either.
Okay, time for a dark ride. Well, what a unique way of doing time travel. Such an eclectic mix of themes all in one ride, but really interesting. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, you could tell that you were going back in time with all the clocks, the time crystals. I thought that was a really nice effect.
I was intrigued by this. This is, yeah, that is an actual coaster that they've obviously, sunk beneath the floor.
Secret coaster.
And got the train just to sit perfectly there. That's really clever.
That's very good. I like that.
Yeah, way of utilising that. Brilliant. This is such a key feature of vintage track rides. Just that little balcony where you just poke out, get a view of the outside before heading back in again. The depth perception with these neon pieces works really well. Don't know why.
Really nicely.
Yeah.
Almost a sort of halo type.
It is actually. This reminds me of that Halo gun.
Yes.
With the spikes.
Needler.
The Needler, yeah, that's the one.
The Needler, yeah.
And then this was great. Obviously,
Here
using these clocks in pitch black works really well.
Fading back into the darkness of time. I really like the skin of the Dark Ride building. Because some people just leave it as a big building because you can't really see it from the park. They cover it up with trees or fences.
Yeah.
But I really like the spooky skin of it. Of course, it has to interact with the balconies, so I think it just looks really good that they've put the effort in to skin the Dark Ride building.
And then it's kind of 3 in 1 as well. It's the Dark Ride, the spinning coaster interacts with it, and the Zozo interacts with it as well. So that's
busy building.
It is a very busy building. I thought this was a great representation of the steampunk theme. It's such a hard thing to do, but this did it in such a brilliant, kind of playful way. I thought the coasters were fantastic. There was so much interaction with everything kind of connected to it itself, like everything was intertwined.
I thought they really stuck well to the brief of steampunk. All the gears, all the sort of old star mechanical stuff really hits the nail on the head.
Absolutely. And so we reached the end of the first spotlight of 39 spotlights to come, and I can't wait for you to see them all. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Mike for joining me today. Make sure to keep tabs on your favourites ready for the public vote after all submissions have been showcased. Don't forget to like this video, not only to support me, but to show some love to today's creator. Catch you in the next one.